This video will guide you through reviewing a contract. Contract review is a frequently requested service on the Contracts Council platform, since individuals and businesses want to understand the terms of their agreements before signing. If you have received a contract and need to review it, then this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. We will cover top considerations when asked to sign a contract, key terms to find and understand in your agreement, and costs to hire a lawyer for contract review. We have also added a link in the description below with information on legal fees. Now let's get started. Top considerations for contract review. Contracts are legally binding agreements between parties that can significantly impact your rights and obligations. Before diving into specific terms to look for and understand, here are some top considerations to keep in mind. Type of agreement. There are many different types of contracts. Look for the type of contract you have and make sure you learn about any important terms related to that type of contract you need to look for. For example, a rental agreement will have terms about rent payments, lease renewals, and security deposits. Purchase contracts will have terms about the purchase price, closing date, and contingencies. Clarity of terms. Ensure that all terms are clear and unambiguous. Misunderstandings can lead to disputes, so both parties must be on the same page. If you read any clauses that are unclear, seek clarification. Red lines and negotiations. If you are unhappy with any terms, do not be afraid to make red lines and ask for the language in the contract to change. Contract negotiation is very common, so consider making the terms more favorable to you. Compliance with laws. Laws may vary by state and industry, so it's crucial to ensure that the contract complies with relevant laws to protect your rights. Consulting a lawyer licensed in your state can help verify that the contract is legally compliant. Consider hiring a lawyer. It is always recommended to hire a lawyer to help review a contract. They can ensure the contract is legally compliant, help you understand industry standard terms, and coach you on negotiations. If you want to get competitive quotes to review your contract, consider using Contracts Council's platform. Key terms to understand. Contracts contain many important terms that you should understand. As noted earlier, terms can vary depending on the type of contract, so we have summarized some common terms you will frequently see across many different contracts. Here are some key terms to look for. 1. Parties involved. Ensure that the legal names and details of all parties involved are correctly stated. 2. Scope of work. If the contract involves one party doing work, find this section and make sure it clearly outlines the services or products to be provided, including timelines and milestones. 3. Payment terms. If the contract involves any sort of payment, find the payment terms and review the payment structure, including amounts, due dates, and acceptable payment methods. 4. Confidentiality. Many contracts require parties to keep information confidential. Identify any requirements to keep information confidential and understand what information this includes. This will help you avoid making any mistakes by accidentally disclosing confidential information. 5. Indemnification. Many contracts have indemnification clauses. Find and understand the indemnification clause, which outline liability and protection in case of losses or damages. In summary, this will detail who is responsible for compensation if the contract leads to losses. 6. Termination. Nearly all contracts will address how to get out of the contract. Review the conditions under which the contract can be terminated by either party, including any required notice periods. 7. Governing law. Most contracts are governed by a certain state's laws. Ensure you know which state's laws will govern the contract. And 8. Dispute resolution. Most contracts will outline a process to handle disputes. Review the methods for resolving disputes, such as mediation, arbitration, or court litigation, and make sure you are happy with them. Average costs to hire a lawyer. Hiring a lawyer to review your contract is always recommended. Contracts Council's marketplace allows you to post your project and receive competitive bids from lawyers to compare. Based on our data, the average cost to review a contract is between $250 and $800 on a flat fee. We have provided a range since contract review pricing can vary based on the following factors: state or location. Lawyer fees may vary based on where they are located. For example, a lawyer in New York City will likely have a higher rate than a lawyer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Length of contract. Given lawyers traditionally bill by the hour, a longer contract will require more of their time, which can make the legal costs higher. Complexity of terms. If there are complicated terms in the agreement, it can increase legal fees since it will require the lawyer to spend more time working on the project. Type of contract. The type of contract will impact the price. If it is a simple employment contract, it will cost less than a complex commercial lease agreement. Reviewing a contract is critical in making sure you protect your rights and ensure successful engagements. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Counsel or visit contractscounsel.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.